Hi guys, welcome back to Mountain Dog Companion. We're here with Angie again and Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
And I think we have a really special video for you guys today. We're going to be learning about how Angie does her pre-training. It's actually called Badass Breeder.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into depth on some of the things that she does. And I'm just really excited to share with our customer clients out there and anybody breeding. I mean, Angie's all about sharing knowledge, helping the community out. I love that about her. So if you want to take these tips and use them yourself, great. If you're wanting an awesome puppy that's pre-trained, we'll go in detail what all that's about. Definitely you're at the right spot here. And we're going to get into what all Angie does. We got some cool items we're going to talk about in the process and all that good stuff. So Angie, let's get started. And you know, if she's going to chill there, maybe we can just keep her here.
Yeah, she might just lay there. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah, but if you haven't met Angie, guys, say hi.
Hi.
Angie,
hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself in the video.
Yeah, my name is Angela Miller, and my husband and I have 3 children, so I'm not near as young as you are. But this has become, I've always loved dogs, always, and I found a passion, and I found amazing mothers, and I believe that there is a way to raise puppies differently, that I can feed into their lives at an early stage and develop dogs that are ready for service work, emotional support, or just amazing family companions.
Absolutely.
So there's a short window, and we'll probably get into this, but there is a short window of about 3 to 4 weeks when they are first born that you can imprint these puppies for life.
That's awesome.
And that's a huge undertaking.
I love it. That's why it's important to know why she does this, guys. I'm glad I asked her the question.
No. Oh, the tears are gonna fall, but it's a passion, and
you're not just doing it to do it. She honestly cares about the puppies. And
I give so much time.
Yeah.
I mean, midnight to 6 a.m. I mean, that's just the way it is, but I believe in it. I believe in the power of it, and I couldn't do it any other way. It's just the right way to do it.
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, we're gonna go, I think, step by step, as much detail as we can in a video kind of setting here about the Badass Breeder process, and hopefully we can share some more parts, you know, as she's doing it, as the puppies are growing, just sharing, you know, maybe at 5 weeks this is what we're doing. But this is a kind of a cool overview, detailed from day 1, like you said, to, you know, to however long we talk about, 8 weeks and go in the video. So if you can just kind of start sharing the process, talking. Angie, and just,
I'd be happy to.
I know we don't have all the props and stuff you do, but just as best as we can, let's go for it. And,
so it starts, the Badass Breeder program, I need to give credit to Jeanette. She's 40 Kennels. She wrote the program. I use her program and then another program called Puppy Culture, so I use parts of both of them and integrate it into how I do things. It starts with the mother, obviously at like 2 weeks prior to her delivery, making sure that her feeding is correct, and obviously it's the whole term prior, but getting her worming medicines and all that, so that we're set for them to come out into the world. And then once we get closer, I start checking their temperatures, so I track all of that, so I know when the puppies are coming. Everything is on camera, so I'm constantly watching them.
You got a camera in your kennel and everything.
I do. Last evening I checked in on, I have another dog that has golden doodles, and I checked in on her and saw her laying in there, counted all the heads. So I don't have to get out of my bed as often.
Yeah.
But then they arrive, and I assist in all the labor. I prefer to actually clip all the umbilical cords to prevent any hernias if possible. Get them all fed, get everybody situated. Then mom gets a bath, sponge bath only, and actually she gets a sponge bath from all the way through, making sure everything is clean, ready for the puppies. And then we allow them to rest. Mama usually gets a really strong diet, like a supplemented food, sometimes eggs, just to get her going, get her to start eating. Yeah, get things flowing. Then I let them rest for about till day 3, and then we start our training.
So day 3 is
day 3
for the puppies, but there's a lot of work prior, like you said, but Day 3 is when you start.
It's when we start them. So they are, actually that's, Day 3 is when their program is supposed to start, but I remove dew claws on Day 3.
Gotcha.
So the theory is that while they are eyes closed, ears closed, we're waking up their brain. So that's the neurological aspect. And then also waking up the scent, because it is the only thing that they have access to at that point, because they can't hear and they can't see. So we're waking up their scent system, I guess is the best way to phrase it. So those are done in tandem together from Day 3 to Day 16.
I feel like I'm gonna learn a lot about raising a kid. I just have a 4-month-old. I'm probably gonna learn things that I probably should be doing just for my kid than what she does for these puppies.
But actually, I think it's a difference.
Okay.
People,
ducklings,
horses are called primates.
Okay.
So they're born with eyes and ears open, and they're ready to live on their own.
Gotcha.
Puppies are called neonates.
This
so that
awesome,
means they
guys.
have
I'm
to
learning.
develop eyes and ears. Like the eyes are there, but they have to like finish development. So they rely on mom completely on sound. Not sound. I'm sorry. Movement is how they feel her. And it's just mind blowing to me. But anyways, the biggest part to all of this is that window before the eyes open is like Day 12, Day 13.
Yep.
That is the window that is so critical to future training. Like there's just proven that their heart rates are lower, their resistance to disease is lower, all of that, all because I take those first 2 weeks. And literally, it's less than 25 seconds through the process. So I'll show you what I do with them. Why don't you take this one so I can use one?
And let's first, what are the names of these 3 that we have with us? Can you?
Oh goodness.
Do you have the names?
Yes, I do. This is Winston. So he's yellow collar.
Yeah.
He's a leader. So if somebody wants a puppy that's going to be active, and he's the first one to eat puppy mush. He whines when I walk in. He's
puppy mush,
he's
guys.
ornery. Yeah.
Probably eats better than I do.
Puppy mush. This is Rocco, and pink is this is the little one. Yeah, that's Posy.
I was gonna say you said that's pink.
Yeah, Posy. I have a light pink too, and that's why I was confused for a minute.
Yeah.
We just named them last week, so we're working on names.
And how old are they right now?
They'll be 4 weeks on
4 weeks.
Monday. They were born on the 26th. Yeah, they were a Monday delivery.
Okay, so back 3 days, but yeah, it's real cool.
So we're 3 weeks. But let's go back to what I do with that process. So the very first day I pick them up at Day 3 to 4, depending on what that is. There's a 5-step process. So they're held upright for 5 seconds. Then they're held down for 5 seconds. On their back for 5 seconds.
That's amazing.
Then on their paw, like a cold rag for 5 seconds. And then their pads are stimulated with a Q-tip. So that's what we do. We weigh them, and then somewhere is my scent stuff. Where did that? Oh, they're back there. So every day, yep, that's it. This is a scent kit. Every day they get a new scent. So here's all the scents. So some of these are like lifestyle scents that they would encounter outside. And then some of them are a little exotic, like black tea, chamomile. They'll never encounter those. But those are essential to waking up that nasal passageway. Rabbit, leather, lemongrass, all that fun stuff. And then, so when I do that, we just open the can, we put their nose in it. So the household scents like cloves and black tea, those they tend to they like them, but it's not for as long of a time. So the nose goes in here, and a lot of times if they enjoy them, the head follows the can like he's doing, or they'll flick the head away quickly. And out of the litter, can you smell it? It's strong. Out of the,
so good.
I know. This is one of my favorites.
Cloves, right?
Out of the out of the whole litter, I might have like 5 that love it and 3 that hate it. But minimum of 5 seconds. If they enjoy it, then up to 30 seconds. And they actually, I've tried to capture it and I can't because I need 2 people. But the body, when they have their nose in the can, they actually breathe deep and exhale. So you know that they're, it's doing something.
Absolutely, we'd love to capture that next time. Next litter.
We have to be here 3 to 6.
Day
3 to Day 16. So that whole process is done till then. Then at Day 16, we stop all of that. The following week is all just basic socialization. So they're just starting interaction with their litter mates. The eyes have opened by that point, starting to walk a little bit. 2.5 weeks, the pee pad goes in place with them. So this morning, it was completely saturated, and I had at least 5 poops in there. So this is kind of gross, but this is all education, right?
Yep.
But Mama eats everything, everything. And in fact, if a mom does not stimulate a puppy at birth, they will die. So she has to do that. Again, that's one of the reasons I'm there with them, because I need to make sure all that happens, but I've never had one not do it because my moms are so good. But anyway, so we get on to week 3, where they're just with the pee pad, and then they get soft toys, like just soft things that start to go in there, balls, that kind of stuff. Week 4, we start with things like this that move, so they're still soft and move.
Or this thing here?
Yep.
Okay.
That thing will start going. I mean, these are all interactions, like when I'm with them. That doesn't go on all day, but it's just for about a 15-minute window where we're going to work with them twice a day to get stimulated in that way. Week 5, then they move to like, I have a little square ball, like square, what was that thing? It makes sounds like farm animals and things like that. An activity mat. They're actually infant toys, quite honestly.
That's what I was going to learn. Learn do more stuff for my kids.
Well, I won't give you mine, but I can give you the Amazon links.
Yes. Okay.
So week 4, all those toys become musical, that so to speak. So they become hard usually, and musical, and then bones go in because teeth start to form. Oh, yay, you got little bottom ones. You do. So usually by 4 weeks, 3.5 to 4 weeks, we start puppy mush. So it starts with ground food, a little bit of goat milk formula, bottoms in, top comes in first usually.
Does,
yeah.
That's awesome.
And so they start eating. They started yesterday on that. They get it once a day to start, and then I moved to 2 days, or 2 times a day. And then by week 4, we're on just soft kibble usually, soaked, if the teeth are in. 5, less water. 6, less water. By 7 weeks, it's hard. I try to. Sometimes I still moisten it a bit because it's digestible for them, a little bit easier. And occasionally they choke, so I don't want them to choke on a hard kibble at that age. Week 5, we start some, that's not till week 6. So every week I have, I didn't bring my list, but I have a program, and we follow that out. Oh, but the most important part, at week 3, so 16 is the last day we do the early stimulation, it's called ENS, early neurological stimulation, and then ESI, early scent introduction. After day 16, at 3 weeks, we start the 10 touch program, and that's under the Badass Breeder. Babs for short, because I have a hard time saying the A word. But at any rate, it's a 10-step process, and we start gently and progressively move. So anytime a puppy is being held, anytime I pick them up for any kind of work, just to check them, because we do sanitary grooms, making sure everything's clean, I just make sure I go through this program. So it's rubbing the ears, and then we come down across the head, tap the nose, open the mouth. This is all for the vet and for grooming, and actually for families too, because you should be able to mouth a dog. You should be able to do this. I wouldn't recommend it if you're not trained, but this is part of the process. Again, it helps to feel eruption of teeth, so there's a little bit of that. And then you come down the paws like this, down each one, and as they get older, you're doing it more intense and more intense. Reverse pet, so up the back, roll the tail, and actually tug on it, so it gets tugged on their back. When they get older, it's a little harder, but circular. So I just want to show you this because he's a big boy. This is training.
Oh, I know.
This is training.
Absolutely it is.
You have to train for this. This is not normal,
guys.
This is not normal. And this does not happen at day 3. When I hold them from day 3 to day 16, they can flail. Like they will still not like it. But my brother always comes down. He just tests me just to give me a hard time. And he'll pick up my puppies and be like, I knew this was a Miller puppy.
See if I can try it.
Yeah. See if she'll work. She's kind of funky, or kind of feisty. Yep. Yeah, of course she will.
Good
Got
job.
some energy, don't you? So that's all part of training. It's pretty neat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then day week 6 and 7 is where we start open crates. So the crate is always open. I do not, under 8 weeks, I do not crate train with doors closed, because I believe that it is essential for them to know that their bond with one another, that structure is important to a puppy to then leave at 8 weeks and be on its own. So I don't want to ever pull them away. There's controversial, like there's education on both sides, but for me, that's how I feel it's best. And my mother's naturally weaned, so we start weaning at 4 weeks.
4 weeks, nice.
Start. So when I say start weaning, it's just, we only nurse 4 times a day. So then I do 4 times a day for 4 days, and then the next 4 days are 3 times, and then the next 4 days are 2 times, and now that only starts if the teeth are in. So I raised some micro mini Bernedoodles, and this last litter, their teeth didn't come in until almost 4 weeks.
Gotcha.
So I'm a little behind, but I try to have them weaned by at least 7, and then I wrap like a t-shirt around them, because I want mothers to interact with them. Moms teach a lot to the puppies. They teach them how to play nice, but if mom has still got milk in there, they just want to nurse.
Yeah.
So I tie them up so that they can interact with them. The other thing that happens is my girls all love puppies, every one of them, all of my other females. So mom goes outside, because I never put mom in a position to have to protect her babies, but my other females come in and play with them. Bring them toys.
Yeah.
One of my golden retrievers is kind of a funny story, but she had a litter of puppies, and one of the others had a litter of puppies, and she would gather all the toys from the other litter and take them all to hers. And I just let her go, but within about 10 minutes, all the toys were out of the other puppy's bin and all in hers. She wanted them all for hers. Yeah, yep.
That's awesome. Very good. And then you weigh your puppies too.
I do.
Is that what that sheet's for?
That's yeah. So in the you want to grab it? Thank you. In the beginning, well, these are all my documents.
You want me to hold it?
No, I
got it.
Yep. So we start with that ENS. They're weighed from day 1 through. These are the wrong puppies. Sorry, let me show you Cleo's. Here's Cleo's. So they're weighed from day 1 all the way through day 16, which is when ENS stops, and then it's just weekly through there.
Gotcha.
But this charting here is how they responded to the scent, whether they liked it or not.
You put a little star there if they liked it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I do. Yeah, the star means like, and the H means hate. And in between, I don't chart that. It's just for me to kind of track. I really like to study patterns and habits, and I like to see if certain ones they like to. It's just helpful for me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Somebody calls back and says something.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just kind of for data. I like data. It's power to me.
Yeah.
Nails are trimmed on this same chart. I have certain days. They start getting their nails trimmed at 4 days, and then it's every 5 days after that. So by this point, I could pick them up, grab the nail trimmer, and just trim all these nails.
Wow.
My groomers love it. My families love it, because they can't go to a groomer till 16 weeks. They have some rules.
Yep. And I was gonna ask.
You might have those same rules,
No,
but I have some rules, and I'm pretty enforceable about them. There's nothing I can do
Yeah.
other than educate, right?
Yep. That's what we're here
So
for.
no paws on the ground until they're fully vaccinated. So that's kind of a no 4 till 4. So no 4 paws on the ground till 4 months old. So that's 16 weeks. No visits to pet stores, no foreign ground. Socialization is all done from being held, just for protection. I said keep them in a bubble. If you don't and something happens, once they leave me, I can't do anything about it, but they've been protected here. 100%. Yep, you get the best shot at life here. Yes, you do.
And I was gonna ask, I mean, are we done going through to the 8-week mark, or do you have anything else?
I mean, there's more.
I know there's more detail we can go into, but I definitely wanted to ask, like, again, you answered one of them was like what are the biggest thing this helps with? You answered grooming. I mean, that's a really good,
It's huge.
good thing. You don't want to have, any accidents when
Right.
grooming and somebody else is working with your dogs. So what
But it
other big
also-
benefits?
So the other benefit really, the biggest
There's a lot,
benefit
I'm
is
sure,
in the
but
house.
The house.
It's really in the house, because if a pup has been conditioned to touch, if they've been conditioned to slightly stressed, how do I deal with that? Oh, the biggest thing at week 3, this is the hugest, and I almost missed it. Week 3 to week 4 is when I do their sound conditioning. So fireworks, rainstorms, I'm like, all over. So household noises and then lifestyle things that could happen. Doors slamming, metal pans being hit, sweepers, like their blow dryer, all that stuff is what they're exposed to. And it's random, like I don't have a chart for that, I just know what has to happen during that week. But at week 4 it has to stop. Done.
Why is
It's
that?
before their fear stage starts.
Gotcha.
So oddly enough, like yesterday I was banging the metal plate and they would shiver a bit and stop. And then I banged it again, they'd shiver a bit and stop. So you want, it's not like you're inducing fear, like they don't have a fear response at that point. But they hear a sound because you're awaking, the ears are alive at that point, alive, working, open, they're open. And so you want them to hear that, and then you want the response to be, that shiver is actually a good response at that point, that is. And then cuddle back with their litter mates.
Yep, then they get comfy.
Yep. But at week 4, you can invoke fear if you don't condition it correctly. I have families that are like, Angie, I never realized it, but my dogs don't they don't have any trouble with fireworks. My mother has one of my micro bernedoodles. We had fireworks going off in the whole neighborhood. We were outside watching them, and she's just running around like no big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And my brother's dog, who wasn't raised this way, was sitting there like shivering like this. I don't think about it because I'm used to it, right? My dogs just live, so I don't think about it. But that's conditioning.
Absolutely.
That's that window. That's another window. Like I have small windows, and you have to capitalize on them.
That's wonderful.
Have to. Does it make them 100% the best dog ever? There are great dogs that aren't raised this way.
Yeah.
But why would I not take that opportunity and take that window and give them the best shot?
Absolutely.
The best shot.
I
So
think so.
it's an investment. It's an investment for me and it's an investment for them, but you're investing for 15 years if you're blessed with that.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, I hope you learned a lot. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I think this was a very helpful video for a lot of you guys, and really appreciative for your time sharing your information.
Sure, yeah.
And hopefully we can, kind of share some more of the journey that you take with these puppies, because it definitely takes time
It takes time.
and energy and a lot of love, which we can tell, and just really appreciate that.
It really just takes a plan. It takes
A
a
plan.
plan that's well executed. And then a intuition to feel what they need. Like you can tell when they're, so just because 3.5 weeks they start on puppy mush, at 3 weeks, if they're looking like because they may suck on one another, they're not getting enough, even though mom has plenty of milk, they're ready for the next stage. So you just have to be in touch with them. And I cried earlier, and I do. I cry when they leave, but I cry. I cry because I know what I've done for them.
Yeah.
Here it comes. But I know what the families get to love, and it's really not sad tears. It's probably more just like exhaustion, really. But it's
All that work's gonna pay off.
It is. It's a blessing, really.
Very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you're just watching this video, again, these puppies are available at the time. If you want, a future puppy, because again, I'm sure people are going to be watching this type of video for a long time here on YouTube. Feel free to reach out and look for a Angie puppy in the future, or if we teach others to do this, hopefully we can get everybody to do this. So.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, thanks for your time, guys. Thanks for your time,
Thank
Angie.
you.
And hope to have you guys in our next video, and keep on following us on Instagram, YouTube, and thanks.